What is good? It's me, your friendly neighborhood nerd, the Bobbo, and I am on YouTube. Yeah, a little bit crazy. Yeah, I know my camera's a little bit crappy, but hey, it will get better. Promise you. But what we're doing right now is what I'm starting up. It's called Weekly Geekly. I'm probably going to do this every 2 weeks or every like sometime or whatever. But we're just going to give a wrap up of all the things that's going on with our geek and nerd community, and just talk about some things. And whenever I come to a show, I'm never alone. Of course, as I always have my sidekick. Well, not even my sidekick. He's more like a secondary superhero that always comes along with me. So, yeah, of course, I'm just gonna stop messing up this introduction and say it's DJ Horace. DJ Horace, say what's up to the people, man. DJ Horace, say what's up to the people.
Okay, because of technical issues, I can laugh at that. But
Yeah,
Bobbo, you have one job, bro.
I have one job, and I messed it up.
We've done it. We've done this for like 10 months now. You should know how to do this off the dome. I shouldn't even have to say it.
Sadly, you're right.
I shouldn't even be like, hey guys, it's DJ Horace. You already know who you're talking to. It's the lightning moving duo. You already know.
You already know.
But we gotta work on it. It's alright.
Man, we've been off. We've been off for a little bit, so kind of got rusty. It's fine. But as you see as well, I have my motherland, Miss Janaea Kruger, one of the co-founder members of Geek Illuminati. She also has her own YouTube show called Geek Triple X. So if you guys don't know about it, she will be posting links. She will be getting that to me if you guys want to watch it. Of course, you can always join the Illuminati. We have much room for everybody. We're taking over the world. Yes. So, Janaea, say what's up to the people. Oh,
Gotta be quicker on that mute button, boy.
she can unmute herself as well, man. Oh, we can't hear you, Janaea. We can't hear you.
Mm. Just let me fix my veil. Oh, like a sexy.
Oh, no.
No, I still can't hear.
No, we can't hear you. This is killing it.
Hello?
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, hi everybody, Doomsday here.
Oh, Lord Doomsday.
What's going on?
Yeah. Hey. But yeah, I do Geek Triple X, where I do reviews on geek nerdy theme pornography, either on pop culture TV shows, movies, and the one I did recently was one for Evil Dead, which, yeah, that's all I could say. Actually, the only word you could say is bruh. Just bruh.
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 Bruh. No smoking on camera.
Too late.
Too late to be.
No. Vaporizer. No weed. So, legal.
What's it do, anyways?
It's for those who are mostly trying to quit smoking. So you could just drip some juice in. The one I have is rebuildable, so I have to build coils and make a wick and drop all sorts of juices. I'm smoking at the moment blueberry cheesecake.
Alright, so we made our introductions, and we're just going to get down to the nitty gritty of what we're here for today. And of course, like I said, it's just a little wrap up thing that we're doing. And with this wrap up, we're just going to be talking about all the geeky and nerdy stuff that has gone on this entire week. So yeah, my camera is just going out on me because it doesn't love me anymore. Yeah, so with this, basically, it's fine. I'll figure it out. With this, basically, I want to start off with what my Monday started off with. Oh my God! Did you guys know that the future is here? Did you know that? That the future is now.
Do we have hoverboards?
We have hoverboards.
I'm like, I should just totally guess that.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
And that's the first thing you think of in the future: flying cars and hoverboards. But the industry, well, the actual like people who made the hoverboard, they You have a couple of things that you kind of need. You kind of need like a full renovation of your house to have all copper floors, and you need like $10,000. But the
Mm,
future is here. Right
if
now,
you're rich.
yeah, if you're rich, the future is here. But as I say, yeah, it's working off the superconductive magnetism, and basically it goes with the polarity of the Earth. And what the polarity that is doing is basically alternating the north and south poles of like either the magnets on the board or as like finding the north and south pole of the Earth, and it's floating. The
How
technology.
fast does it go?
What?
How fast does it go?
How fast can you fall?
No, how fast can you go?
No, that's the answer. How fast can you fall?
Mm.
That's all I see myself doing on that. But I think like the actual speed for it is relevant to like a normal skateboard. Nothing too fancy, nothing too like
Hmm.
horrible, but like yeah, they're getting it down. Like the original technology, as I was saying, was going to actually be made for buildings, for like having buildings float and the foundation be stable during earthquakes, hurricanes, natural disasters, giving you the ability to go through this stuff and not worry that this building is going to topple over or fall on you. And they were like, hey, so why don't we just use this for hoverboards? So
So
yeah,
we're turning into the Jetsons.
yeah, we're turning into the Jetsons at this point, basically, because as you know, if the buildings float, they may like instead of the earthquake, they may actually be able to float for like stuff like in the air or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Floods,
Oh
earthquake.
yeah, yeah, floods, earthquakes. Make sure that none of that actually would touch them. So yeah, it's using the magnitude of the Earth, and it only could get better. To be honest with you.
Now I'm waiting for those from the Jetsons, the pills. That's actually like a four
Oh,
course meal.
oh man, that would suck. Like to be honest with you, like I actually like to actually like to eat food and cook. I want to make a
I
pill.
mean, for like certain cases, like if you're on the rush, then
Yeah, like on Earth.
yeah, a pill like that would be easy because we already have those condensed foods where you have them in a shake.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah,
just
glucerna and boost stuff
yeah,
like
so you have those, and drink on the go. So a pill would be much faster, I suppose. Whatever
Yeah.
works for you.
that. Mm-hmm.
But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not really complaining. I have to eat my other meals of the day. Like if it's breakfast, because that's usually something that most of us tend to miss because we usually tend to be on the run. So
Yeah.
if it's breakfast, that's fine. But my dinner slash supper slash midnight snack has to be something I enjoy. It is not gonna be in no pill, no tube, no cup, no bottle. It has to be on a plate.
Has to be on the plate.
On a plate, a fork and a knife.
I ain't ready for it.
Unless you're Asian, then with two chopsticks.
Mm-hmm. Oh snap! I'm back. Look at me. I have a face again.
Mm.
Yay! Yeah, look at the squishy cheeks.
Whatever. So yeah, so of course we have to go through a couple things that have dropped out as well. Like I know, I know Janaea and Cliff tagged me in both of these posts whenever they found it. That Avengers 2 promo that came out.
Oh yes!
God, that was
Oh my god,
beyond compare on my eyes. I even told her I was like, I'm not trying to join this hype train, but I think I might punch my ticket early.
dude! James Spader is the voice of Ultron. I've been the conductor of that train right off the bat.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna
Son of
tell
a
you this.
conductor.
I'm gonna tell you this. Like I still hate the fact that Ultron is not like made by Hank Pym. I'm still leery about the whole storyline of he's a rogue version of Jarvis, things of that nature. But I think they're gonna do it right. I think they're gonna do it well. I love the whole
Honey,
Disney.
you already know off the bat anything involving fanboys need to understand. Okay, you're not a fanboy. There's a big difference. Fans, we cannot always get what we want. Be glad that he's still named Ultron,
You
and
have a valid point there.
not just that. Be glad that Marvel is doing this, and it's not how it was in the Dark Ages when Fox had a good chunk of Marvel.
Hmm.
Be happy that it is Marvel doing this. They know what they're doing. They made this shit.
Yeah, it's something to be said about that. Like I said, because I know with like a lot of the other movies that Fox and Sony have put out, it's just like it's fallen in quality horribly.
Well,
I,
that's because it's Sony. It's not come
yeah,
straight out of Marvel Studios.
Yeah,
A perfect example: Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
yeah. I think the whole Sinister Six, it's just a push. Like they're doing too much. Like to be honest with you, I haven't even seen the movie, but I've seen that clip where they show like the Sinister Six's like outfits and everything. Like if you're
Mm.
gonna make everybody, that's going to be kind of like a cop out instead of like giving the villains their actual story, things like that, and like showing how Doc Ock, the Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion, all the Sinister Six like came together and was like, you know what, I'm sick of getting my ass beat by Spider Man. Why don't we just join together? I,
That's kind of how it works. I mean, I don't know why it started off with suits. I thought that was weird. I mean, personally, I enjoyed the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, don't get me wrong, I
You see
have
the
my
look on my
complaints.
face? I'm like,
I have my complaints, especially with the Green Goblin. I don't know what the hell happened
I don't
there.
even know. I haven't even seen the movie. Like I barely wanted to see Days of Future Past because
I don't even want to watch that movie. It's out on DVD. I still haven't got it. I don't even want to watch it. I'm just
you
not
gotta
gonna
do
watch it.
Days of Futures Past.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
mm-mm,
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
shut your hole and go see it.
Unless you put me in an electric chair and force me to watch it, I'm not watching it.
yeah, like
I posted it
it
in the
just makes
group
sense.
like about 4 times.
I still haven't seen it. So
That's how dedicated we are today.
that's how dedicated we are. Unless
Dedicatedly lazy.
unless you make it a chick flick, I probably will not watch it.
Okay, like honestly, you haven't been around the Lightning Hoovian apparently long enough to realize that we retired from the BS. We have.
Oh,
But the thing
oh,
is, Cliff retired from damn near everything.
nah.
That's
He
just a
damn near
good
retired from his old shoe.
That's funny. That's
Talk
something
about like that
of
jukebox.
sorrow. Ha ha ha.
Hmm.
Anyways, I mean, I got only two statements I would like to say. Especially with the Avengers. I feel like it's gonna be real convoluted because first off, you got two really major mutants in there. You have Quicksilver, and then you have Scarlet
They're
Witch.
not mutants. They're not mutants. They're
Right.
mutants
Well, I
children.
mean, in
Hmm.
Right.
they're not
Mutants.
considered mutants, but in the comic book series, they're considered mutants. So I'm gonna keep that.
Okay. Okay.
Those are really two big names, especially with Scarlet Witch and House of M. So I don't know what Marvel's planning on doing with
But
these two
all of them,
characters.
in some form or fashion, are big names. Then you also got to remember, a lot of these movies are made not just for fans, but for those who may not know what in the blue hell any of these people are. So they also have to cater to them. They're made to get butts in seats. So you can't sit there waiting for little name drops or hints on other storylines like Civil War, Illuminati, House of M, and everything else. No, throw that out the window. Just focus on what you're looking at now, and then wait later that they unfold some extra stuff, or try to find little Easter egg hints.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not saying that's what I'm
And plus,
expecting.
when you think about it, all Marvel, or in fact, all superhero-based comic book storylines are convoluted. Let's be
Honestly,
honest.
honestly, she's right because if you think about the story to begin with, then nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense because to be honest with you, the rebellion of Hydra and like the uprise and how they just always come out of nowhere and just yeah, we're fucking shit up now. So so
I
yeah,
mean, I was just saying, because a lot of times when they do these movies, they tend to want to link it back to a certain, chapter or a certain comic.
but
But
that's
not
the whole
all. But
thing.
they're not trying to link them with the
Yeah,
movies though,
but
because
here's the
most of
thing
them were
though.
different companies.
I mean, yeah, because like you're adding not only are you adding Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, you're also adding the Hulkbuster, which is a whole other thing.
Well, yeah, but
Nobody
you got to
cares.
remember, they always they have to jump storylines. They have to merge storylines
That's what
because
I'm saying.
because things take a long time depending on the actual comic book world. Because if you actually sit down and read each and every story, it's crazy. That's why the Hulk
Hmm.
is coming in, and they're saying the next Hulk movie might be World War Hulk, and Civil War is
I
going to
thought
be
they said it
Captain
was gonna
America
be
3.
World War Hulk or at least Planet Hulk. No,
Yeah,
Planet
yeah,
Hulk's supposed to be.
Planet Hulk. That's what I'm calling it. Planet Hulk. Because, yeah, it's just gonna. It's like different little like things they have to kind of remix and twist and kind of do. DC does the same thing, especially with their TV shows. God, like, there's a lot of people who aren't the same or whatever, and there are other people who are available to be like easily like, oh yeah, this character will remain this character. But you're seeing with a lot of these shows and a lot of these movies that they're getting creative actually. They're actually becoming more like, okay, How can I retell the same story that somebody's read 15 times? And I enjoy it to an extent.
That's true. I believe
Except for
that.
Very true.
when you make Wolverine the person who goes back in time, except for Kitty. That's all I'm saying.
Mm. The reason why they did that because everyone and their mama knows who James Howlett is. Actually,
Yeah.
I take that back. Everyone knows who Wolverine is. Then you got people who know who Logan is, and a lot of them don't know his real fucking name, which I just dropped not long ago. So
I
yeah,
had to
there's that.
research that. I had to. I'm trying to remember, like, when did they just whisper the name Jimmy? I was like, why did he just get called Jimmy just now? Like,
And, all right, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. If you watched I'm not sorry, Wolverine Origins. Sorry for my blasphemous words.
You see my face? I'm like, how
Yeah,
dare you?
they call him James and Jimmy in that movie. Sabretooth calls him Jimmy.
They also tried to make them brothers, so that makes it null and void. Let's not talk about this
Well,
clusterfuck.
they were supposed to be
please,
half brothers. They were
No.
supposed to be
please,
half
they were
brothers.
not family ever.
Stop!
I
Ever.
know, I know.
Never.
We're not family ever. So now I'm watching this movie like, when was Sabretooth? No, this stop. Please make it
They
stop.
grew up in the same house.
Make them stop. Just kill it.
No, here's the worst part. I was promoting that movie, and I was there for the early screening. I sat there when they showed that scene of them fighting in the Civil War. I was like, I actually yelled out, "What fucker is that?" And someone was like, "Shoot my ass! That is they're not brothers. Why you got them chilling at the corner store? No,
No,
they're not."
no, they're hated enemies since the beginning, since day one.
No, what made him is they gave everyone foam fingers that looked like his claws. I ripped out the two claws and actually walked down the steps with my finger up, like, fuck this, I'm going to the boss. And people were like, I stayed because just so I could give more excuse to talk about what sucks about it.
Oh, Deadpool.
Then afterwards, Deadpool hurt my soul. I was just like,
Ryan Reynolds is the perfect Deadpool, but they just gave him the shittiest origin story in the world.
I'm
I
not even
was
just making it
so
a serious
mad.
horror story. It just
Everyone thought that it was gonna be redeemed. Like, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Okay, this will make me sit here.
We did
Then
it. We did it. We made it.
mm-mm. It was the way I see it. It's like when you bump into a guy and you'd rather have a one night stand, and he has like the biggest, fattest wiener you ever seen, and all he gives you is the tip, and then goes home. Like, that's it. And I'm just sitting there like, "Ah, ah, ah." That's what he did. They gave us the tip.
But yeah, they're redeeming themselves. Like I said, we can't touch that or whatever until we get more information. But yeah, it's going to be a Deadpool movie that's going to be done properly.
The test script, but
is Ryan Reynolds playing the new
Yeah,
Deadpool?
yeah,
he's
he's
playing
doing it.
Deadpool. They're basically because of again the Days of Future Past effect. All that shit got wiped out.
Yeah,
Good.
All that shit got wiped. Any movie you've seen, gone. X
which is
one,
good.
2, 3 Origins, gone.
Which is
So,
good.
but it sucks for other viewers or whatever. They're gonna be like, well, isn't Scott dead? And blah blah blah. Yeah. So that's one the other thing that I didn't like about Days of Future Past. And again, they messed up the timeline of certain people being born, certain people being like, it's weird. This is weird.
I love that you see Bishop though. That made me happy
That
that you
was
finally see
good.
him.
They actually paid attention to what we wanted. Now we got to find Cable. That's all we need to find. All right, so
Yeah.
we've been on one topic this entire time. Moving on with music. DJ Horse, what you got for us this week?
Well, I had to double check to make sure if anything else got released this week, but not a lot of stuff got released this week specifically, with the exception of two name brands. When I say name brands, one person that everyone knows about and one person that everyone should know about. Unfortunately, it's only under hip hop, so for everyone else, I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
First off, for the should know about, Logic finally released his debut album, Under Pressure, Monday.
About time.
Okay, he's been a constant build-up under Visionary Group, and he's been kind of been mentored by No ID. For the people who do not know who No ID is, No ID is basically the person who mentored Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
So
Epic producer.
there's two good producers right there. So basically, Logic been throwing out free mixtapes for a while, so you guys can definitely go check out the Young Sinatra series.
Of
And
course.
finally, go listen to the Under Pressure. It was great. It was great. I will do an album review for the blog for that definitely. So when that gets up, I'll let you guys know.
Of course, of course. What's the other artist we should be knowing about? Or
Well, I haven't checked it out myself. I mean, I'm not a personal fan of the guy, but it's still out, so you should definitely go check it out. Anyways, Ti released his album this year called Paperwork.
Paperwork, yes. All right. So if you guys don't know, I'm from the South, so I listen to Southern gangster rap music. So yeah, yeah, Paperwork is the truth. It gets back to old school Ti, like Rubber Band Banks Ti, like before Ti versus Tip, like
That
from
was
the
my favorite.
South. What really? You like Ti versus Tip?
Yes, I. It was good. I'm not. Look, I don't. It was
That's
good.
like that's like when I say you like Yeezus. Like when I say I like Yeezus, everybody's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Mm-mm.
I liked Yeezus. A lot of people really didn't get it because he was leaning towards trying to sound like Nine Inch Nails, and a lot of the average mainstream Kanye fans don't know who the hell they are because, let's be real, they're dumb. So they
I
just think
know.
everything is backpack rap and just backpack rap. He wanted to be experimental. He even pulled out some stuff from bands like Throb and Gristle, which really threw me for a loop.
Mm.
And I wouldn't be surprised that me even mentioning this, I could just picture the jet planes flying over both of your heads. Just
Oh yeah, definitely. You don't even gotta know. Like I'm like the number one person living under a rock in this call right now.
like
So,
the Mach 5 is doing donuts around Cliff's head. Like,
It's all right.
me.
It's all
and the
right.
best part is like I'm so leisure about it that when it happens, I'm just like, yeah, it happens. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. With that, so it's just been a lot of things that have gone down in the music industry this week. A lot of people have been coming out, speaking their minds and stuff. I don't feel like getting into all of them because they're not geeky. Just playing. If you ever want to just go and check them out, just check out any website like Vibe, Rolling Stone, whatever. All the major magazines have websites now. Just check out the music industry, see what they're doing. Um, if we didn't cover anything that you liked or so, let us know. Like we'll find it. I
I'm
think.
sitting here like the mini voice from Family Guy. I didn't like any of that.
That's usually how. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. You can ask us questions. It's probably going to be too late. We're about to wrap it up in a little bit or whatever. But yeah, you can ask us questions if you are with us on Google Plus. You can go to the Q&A section, submit a question. We'll answer it for you live on air. As I said, we're going to be trying to do this again, like to try to keep up with you guys and let you know what's going on with me, DJ Horace, Odacast Radio. I'm going to be bringing more guests on, trying to just chill out with people, have fun, things like that. Um, what else? What else happened this week that we can talk about? Oh,
Well, there's one. Of
mhm,
course, not long ago, of the official Death of Wolverine, the last issue of the Death of
yeah,
Wolverine four
yeah,
book saga came out, and it's a little bittersweet. And I got a bunch of comics. I've been doing in my group. I give away Marvel digital comics
hmm
because all the other companies like DC and stuff are greedy bastards.
yeah.
No, they
I'm
don't
another
give
thing
codes.
about Marvel. Marvel, like I get all like digital copies for every comic I buy.
Yeah.
Now. I like,
So as a service to those who started off as little weeaboos who read nothing but manga and watched anime, I've been introducing them to stuff that they should check out, such as Marvel has been helping out by giving codes for it. And this was the last. I love these covers for Death of Wolverine. They give them these beautiful
I'll spell it out.
holograph and foil covers, and on the back, each claw was broken. It says the last one. They're completely broken and skeletal remains.
Mm.
Uh, So and every issue has like a director's cut showing all the different covers they worked on, line work, and of course they had stuff to fill in with it. Here's Death of Wolverine's Nightcrawler. I still have not read it yet because I know Kurt was
Yeah,
all sorts of fucked up because we know they're like this. Here's Death of Wolverine Storm.
I seen the cover for that. That was like, whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, I gave that away not long ago. And another thing I've been reading, I I was in line waiting for the store to open to get it. Thor #1, which is really good.
I've been waiting to hear who says anything about it because my store has not picked it up. Either like I get there and it's
Oh,
already
the thing is,
gone.
they sell out.
You
They've
know,
been
they get
selling
there and it's
out.
already gone, man. Or it's like they just don't have the shipment coming in yet. So, yeah.
Yeah, because they're waiting for the second pressing because the first one sold out so quick.
Mm.
But the issues I've been reading that are really awesome that don't involve Wolverine. If you're not reading Miss Marvel, something's wrong. So yeah, Miss Marvel is fantastic. Gotham Academy is actually really good, and it's I can say the most diverse group of people you're gonna see. They actually have a black goth who's not a stereotypical self-hating black person who's goth. They have an
What?
actual goth girl
That's
who's black,
awesome.
I
That's
mean,
and
I don't see what
Clive
you're talking about.
Clive Barker's Nightbreed has been re-released into a comic, and they're redoing the story
mm,
mostly as a tribute, as an anniversary, because they finally released the full director's cut of Nightbreed, not
hmm
the theatrical that was edited to crap that didn't fit with the movie that much. This one has been approved by Clive Barker himself,
Oh,
so
good
definitely
stuff,
read
man.
that. And another one, if you've been reading Archie, like Afterlife of Archie, which was the more horror Archie comic, they did a tie-in dealing with Sabrina.
Oh, they finally did?
Yeah, they did a tie-in with Sabrina, and best way to put all the stuff you know about Sabrina, throw that shit out the window because they put in what they should have done, which they couldn't do because of the error at the time,
Hmm
which was real paranoid and Cold War and all sorts of crap. This one follows the true occult origin stories of the Spellmans. It explains why Sabrina the way she is. You learn about her parents, which they never mention on the Melissa Joan Hart
In
show
the comics,
or in the comic.
yeah.
Because in the comic they never mention it. But what's really cool, at the end of each comic, it gives you a reissue of the original Sabrina. So this is
Wow.
the original one from the 50s. At the end of each one, it's a comic from the original Sabrina. And this is a taste of what you're going to see. The way they did the art looks like the old school EC comics, the ones that do Tales from the Crypt,
Oh my
those
God, that looks
horror
so good.
comics. Yeah, it looks like this. It looks painted,
Mm.
but it's really good. Of course, Salem is in it. You learn more about Sabrina's powers. Like, she's ridiculously strong. And you learn that her mother was normal, which of course that's just like the main origin story. Her father was a witch, but what you didn't mention, her father is like the leader of this big coven in Massachusetts, like old school traditional witchcraft, which of course is a big thing in my heart. So, and you learn that every time they would have a child, especially if it's a girl, it goes to the coven. Anyone else, like anything outside, if it was a boy or something, they had to die. They would be sacrificed. So this was
Damn.
you had for this you had to have a girl, and the mother was trying to protect Sabrina. Was trying to they ran into the woods, tried to hide, did not work, and the coven wanted to kill the mother. Her dad decided to find a less harmful way. Just told her that she was crazy and made her get a lobotomy. And the rest of her life, she's in a mental institution. They do have the two aunts, Zelda and Zelda. They
And
do
here
have
we
her
go.
two. Yeah, Zelda and Hilda. They have her two aunts, and they don't play. The best way I put it, they are almost like I see them as the witch versions of the Terminator. If they see something
Mm.
wrong, they are not afraid to fuck you up. Zelda fucked up a little girl because she was bullying Zelda. She turned into a spider.
Oh God.
Yeah, they can do they don't do simple, bewitch wiggling noses and wiggling. No, they can do transmutation. They can turn. They can shapeshift. They eat people.
Hey,
They made. Yeah, they eat
sometimes I
people.
think.
So yeah, it's definitely a must read.
Yeah. Also in the comic book community today, they have what's called Halloween Comic Fest. That's what they were calling it around here. I don't know. I think it's like I said, a national thing. But yeah, it's basically free comic book day in October. That's what I know what
Yep.
free comic book day is. It's
And a
they
lot of it is horror based. They have
yeah,
a Resident Evil
yeah.
comic.
They do. They have a Resident Evil comic. They had another Grim Fairy Tales comic. They had another they actually
Afterlife
had a
of
My Little
Archie.
Pony. They had a My Little Pony.
And another Afterlife of Archie.
Yeah, they had an Afterlife of Archie. They re-released Batman: The Dark Knight, Legends of the Dark Knight, the Halloween special with Scarecrow. That's the one I picked up. Also, they are also doing a re-release of the Secret Wars from Marvel. That
Oh, I didn't know that.
they're restarting that up next month. So
Nice.
you guys can read the original Secret Wars from the 1980s. You will have an opportunity to see the original stylings and the original storyline of Secret Wars as it was first told in the 1980s. So yeah, I think it's gonna be like the third repressing of it or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
this will be nice.
Hopefully they have extras because it's 10 something at night, so all the comic book stores are closed. But hopefully they'll have some extras.
Yeah, if you guys did not get a chance to make it out there today, try and just stop by a local comic shop tomorrow, see if they have any extras, see if they you can just talk with them, or just go and buy some comics. It's kind of their job to sell comics, so yeah, buy some comics from
You sure? I thought they do body massages and give me cookies.
them. Maybe that's your comic shop. My comic shop sells comic books.
Oh, then mine is awesome. They gave me cookies.
Okay. I had a Harley Quinn give me my comic today. DJ Horace is again looking like the 747s are just soaring.
Oh.
I mean, I get most of the stuff I was saying. I'm just letting you guys do that comic thing because that's like your majors.
That's my major.
It's like, you know, I understand it, but just not on the same level as you two. So there's no point in me trying to interject because it's like you know, Russia versus United States, and I'm like an African country. It's like, just don't do it.
Oh man. I think I can touch on a little bit of sports or whatever. I think we got like 5 more minutes.
Oh my God, geeks talk about sports? I thought they talked about video games.
That's
That's like
a
you saying that geeks don't talk about sex, but what do I do?
You do?
Best
But,
way
you
of putting it, I go back to the famous line from from Revenge of the Nerds.
know,
All jocks talk about is sports. All nerds think and talk about is sex.
but yeah, but like yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to touch the sex topic on this on Weekly Geekly. But with sports or so, yesterday was Bellator MMA's 130 on Spike TV. I got a chance to watch that. The defense of the light heavyweight title by Emmanuel Newton was amazing. That was a great match. The Bobby Lashley versus Carl Etherington, I think that's how you say his name. Yeah, Etherington. That was one of Bobby's biggest matches, but it ended so quickly. Yeah, it was kind of good. And the women's division, they had a great featherweight match. And the first one was I think it was a light heavyweight. Yeah, I think it was a light heavyweight match. I think that was Dave Jansen versus Rick Hahn. Dave Jansen, basically, it was a it was a slow match, but Dave Jansen kind of just won it off of him getting constant kicks to Rick Hahn's lead leg. So yeah, if you don't know anything I'm talking about, whatever. Like he just kicked him a lot. Basically, he was like your little brother when he just does that one little kick move and he wins the match. That's basically what
Oh
happened to
God.
Rick Hahn. Like literally, Rick Hahn was trying to go for a one-hitter quitter. He couldn't get it in or whatever, but by points and unanimous decision, Dave Jansen won. That's just my opinion. Yeah. But speaking of Bobby Lashley, if you guys do watch wrestling, I know me and Motherland are avid fans, and
I'll
so
admit I'm a little lazy on my wrestling as of late because nothing's caught my attention. But I did watch SmackDown yesterday, half of it.
you watch
Yeah,
SmackDown.
I was lazy, but don't worry, I was watching it yesterday.
You watch SmackDown. I haven't watched SmackDown in months. I'm gonna be honest with you. I barely catch Raw. I'll say this, that I've kind of I didn't say left the flock, but I try not to keep up with WWE because it's too much right now. Too many politics, too many recycled storylines, stuff like that, and too many people getting the Raw deal. But we'll have another talk about that another day.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I'm waiting for the video game talk.
Oh yeah, we about to get into that now. We're about to get into that now. We got like a couple minutes left. Okay. Yeah. So we have
When it's time for the VGs,
oh,
I won't be in the sidelines no more. You know what I'm saying?
All right, but no, yeah, with this, basically, we can move on to what Cliff thinks we really do as sports, video games.
Yeah. I didn't think it
So,
was like instant. I thought you were like gonna do a thing and then transition.
no, we ain't doing no thing. What thing we got?
Do you, man? Do you? But if that's the case, then fine. We'll just jump straight into it.
All right, yeah, so this week, I found out that Smash Brothers is 8 players on certain stages. God.
It's gonna be a hot mess. I
Oh, it's
mean that in a
not.
good way. I mean that in a good way, but at the same time, bad way, because that's gonna be
Well,
so much going on.
yeah.
It's gonna be it's gonna be high definition chaos.
hmm
It's gonna be like playing Mario Party for the first time with your friends, and then you notice that they weren't your friends at the end of it.
Oh god.
We all had that moment.
Yeah.
I
That
lost.
moment we have friends. That's usually how Mario Party and Smash Brothers and GoldenEye works. You all started off as friends. Then after the game ended, y'all burning each other's pictures, y'all cussing each other out. You were pretty much doing full out Vikings like you're dead to me. Or is that just me? Cause I made a lot of enemies on some of these
Yeah,
games.
yeah, that's just you at this moment. But yeah,
No,
so,
that's everyone.
yeah. But so DJ Horace, let's give us a little bit of gaming news and we'll wrap this up. And that's it. We'll say our goodbyes, man.
Well, to add on to the Smash Bros. Update, YouTube's finally back.
hmm
But
As a downloadable.
but not only as a downloadable, you need to have both games. I believe is that
If
was the case.
No, the catch is he's a downloadable, but if you have both games, like one Smash Brothers on the DS and Wii, you get them for free.
There we go. that
But
was
the thing some people aren't sure of, does that mean you're gonna get you're gonna get two, as in one for your DS or one for your Wii, or is it gonna be just that one because fuck the police? They're gonna be like, oh, you got both of our games. You don't know anything about money. Here's one DLC for one. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
Yeah,
Which one will
choose
you?
wisely. Yeah, it's gonna be like tell your own adventure. Like, which one will you choose?
So that's the speculation on that. What also released this week is The Legend of Korra game, $15 on the network. Also for both Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, you can get them for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That's out. As far as I'm concerned, it goes up into book 3 of the anime. I keep calling it anime. I don't know what to call it. All right, I'm gonna call it TV show. Book 3 of the TV show until we find out whether it's anime or cartoon. Anyway, whatever. It goes as far as the book 3 of the show. It's $15. You guys can just get it online. There is no physical copy that I know of, so you guys can totally do that. Another show. I said another show. Another game that came out this week is also Bayonetta 2. That came out yesterday.
The demo was amazing. I played that, so I can't wait to play the game.
Alright, so that came out yesterday. You got The Walking Dead Season 2 now released for next gen or current gen. So you guys who haven't played it yet and want to play it on the HD platform, you can do it now. And last but not least, for the guys who like to play Civilization, you finally got your futuristic Beyond Earth as dropped for the PC.
Okay. All right, so cool. So with that, that has been Weekly Geekly. So yeah, we're gonna be trying to get this whole thing in order, get our lives together. So if you guys would like to join us again, you can. We will be doing it, and we'll let you know when. I may actually tell you beforehand. So again, from me, the friendly neighborhood nerd, the Bobbo, DJ Horace, and the Motherland, Janae Kruger, and you guys keep it on the block and just watch out for us. All right.